Welcome to Brilliant Corners. My name's Thomas Wendt, and on behalf of Lighthouse Arts, Inc., we welcome you to our online series. For more episodes like this, as well as other content, visit our website, lighthouseartsmusic.org. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, at Lighthouse Arts, Inc. William Basie, better known as Count Basie, is one of American music's most important contributors. Today, we'll be focusing on some incredible broadcast recordings that the original Basie band made right here in Pittsburgh, PA, at the historic William Penn Hotel. By 1935, Count Basie had reorganized his old boss Benny Moten's band after Moten died suddenly during a failed tonsillectomy to form the first Count Basie Orchestra, usually billed as Count Basie and his Barons of Rhythm. In 1936, Basie got a gig at the Reno Club in Kansas City that included a radio broadcast spot on W9XBY, a Kansas City station. These broadcasts would reach as far as Chicago, where jazz talent scout and producer John Hammond first heard the Basie band. Hammond would secure a recording contract with Decca Records for Basie, and in the fall of 1936, Count Basie would bring his new band to New York City to fulfill his contract with Decca. Along the way, the band would stop in Chicago for an engagement at the Grand Terrace Ballroom, as well as a groundbreaking small group recording for the Vocalion record label. On January 21, 1937, Count Basie entered Decca's New York City recording studios for the first time. The results were 4 classics: Honeysuckle Rose, Pennies from Heaven, Swingin' at the Daisy Chain, and the Roseland Shuffle. It was right after this, in earliest February, that Count Basie came to Pittsburgh. The personnel for the original Count Basie Orchestra was Joe Keys, Carl Taddy Smith, and the legendary Buck Clayton in the trumpet section, Dan Miner and George Hunt in the trombone section, Couchy Roberts on lead alto saxophone, the legendary Lester Young and Herschel Evans on tenor saxophones, and Jack Washington on baritone saxophone. The Count himself on piano, Walter Page on bass, Claude Fiddler Williams on guitar and violin, and the one and only Papa Joe Jones on drums. Jimmy Rushing also sang a couple of tunes with the band during these broadcasts. Let's take a listen to the band from February 8th of 1937. Here's a little bit of Shoe Shine Swing, a big band arrangement of the then hit song Shoe Shine Boy. Check it out. Yes, sir, the great Lester Young trading some phrases there with the Count on piano. Now, one of the most important contributions made by Basie and his band was in the rhythm section. At this early stage of the band, Claude Fiddler Williams is still in the guitar chair, soon to be replaced by the great Freddie Green. This rhythm section would come to be known as the All-American Rhythm Section, as their style of intense yet light floating swing literally became the way that jazz rhythm sections all over the world would aspire to play like. Let's check them out on W.C. Handy's classic, The St. Louis Blues. Give this a listen. Folks, there's not another band in the world that sounds like this one. Because this band was so new at the time of these recordings, they were in need of arrangements, and it was one of the creators of the American Jazz Big Band, the great Fletcher Henderson, who came through for the Basie Band providing some great charts. Let's check out one of those classic Henderson arrangements. Here's King Porter Stomp.
The boys are champing at their instruments, so let's turn them loose. We're off with King Porter Stomp.
Count Basie's band would go on to create one of the most amazing musical legacies in jazz. With an incredible roster of soloists and arrangers, the Count would also enjoy one of the greatest second acts in jazz with the formation of a new big band in 1952, sometimes known as the New Testament Basie Band. I hope you've enjoyed this music half as much as I have. I invite you to check these live broadcasts out in their entirety. You won't regret it. And before I leave you today, I need to say a most sincere thank you to the great jazz scholar and historian Phil Schaap for his help in clarifying some of these important historical facts. Thanks for hanging out with me again today. Take care. Thanks so much for joining us today on Brilliant Corners. For more episodes like this, as well as other content, visit our website, lighthouseartsmusic.org, and follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram at Lighthouse Arts Inc. We hope to see you again soon, but in the meantime, stay safe and stay close to the music.